Hiya folks, we're going to be doing another little test today, baby, aren't we?
Yes.
In the little 3.8 litre Cosori, very small one, but it's like a TARDIS, Sharon. The drawer's absolutely massive. And we're going to try and create our own version of this. A Fray Bentos pie, folks. We're going to cook this in there and we're going to make our own one out of some stewed steak out of a tin and some ready-made puff pastry, because I was told that these don't contain as much meat as what they used to, Sharon. Now this is quite an unusual size, this, Sharon, isn't it?
Yeah.
We didn't really have a tin that size, but we did find this. What's this come from?
Pirate casserole dish.
This is the lid off of a casserole dish, isn't it? So we turn it upside down, folks, look, and it's virtually the same size and not far off the depth of one of these. Ideally, if we did have another one of these, we'd sort of make our own pie in this, but we haven't got that, so we're gonna have to use this. So first of all, we'll undo this one, get this one cooking first, and then we'll prepare our own one. Right, well, ever since I've known these pies, they've always had this lid on, which you have to open the old-fashioned way, baby, didn't you?
Yeah, they've not done a ring pull on this, have they?
No, I don't think it will. Would it work, Shell, on one that size? I'm not sure.
It works on most things.
Of course it does.
Your tins of large dog food, I've got.
Of course they do. And it might
Could be that what's in here.
No, Sharon, you can't say that. I used to love these when I was a kid, these Fray Bentos pies. So there you go, folks. So let's have a little closer look at it. Now they don't look very appetising, but the meat inside I think is actually cooked. So you're not cooking a raw thing here. And the pastry I don't think is cooked, so it might be partially cooked, I'm not sure. But we're just going to put this like this straight into the air fryer now.
Oh, I don't know what the time is. Turned it off over, haven't we?
And unfortunately, as Sharon says,
We should have looked at that first.
we should have looked at that first. But let's have a look here.
Tell me what it says.
It says 25 minutes
Yeah.
at 220 degrees C, Sharon. So we're going to do it at 180
For 20 minutes.
for 20 minutes. And let's see how it goes. So we're just going to put that in there, folks. There we go. Shut that drawer. Now we're going to use the manual control. So we're going to go 180 for 20 minutes on the little Cosori Lite. And we will keep an eye on it because it may brown the pastry off on the top. We're not too sure yet, but we're going with it. We're seeing how we go. And don't forget the meat is already cooked in that.
Should we get making this one now while
Right.
that one cooks?
So we've got this tin of Prince's stewed steak, folks. And we've also got this ready rolled puff pastry. In other words, it's just everything's already done for us, Sharon, isn't it? Now we probably won't need to use all this, folks. We're going to go for half a can first, just to see. And we're not putting no pastry underneath because in these Fray Bentos ones as well, I don't think they have any underneath as well, do they, Shell?
That's half a can, so I've got
Right, a little bit more. Yeah, that's probably good enough, isn't it? So you've got about 3/4 of a can in there, haven't you? Right, so you can see the chunks in that, folks. So that's that. So we'll keep that because we can make another little pie with that, can't we?
We sure can.
Merlin, what do you think? He's looking for it, Charlotte. He loves it. So we're just going to get this ready-made pastry now. And literally, this stuff is already made. We keep this stuff in the freezer, folks. It's always handy. I know you can make your own pastry, but it's just so easy to do this.
Pastry, I wouldn't bother making my own. I will buy this.
And literally, it just rolls out onto a flat surface. And all we're going to do now is to just put that on there and she can score around it. And we'll get a sharp knife. And on this, it doesn't matter if it overlaps, folks, because that's the sort of people we are. There we go. Not got to be too accurate. We can keep that. Don't forget, folks, you can still use that. And all we're going to do is literally just put it on the top and just sort of fold it around the edges there and just push it on because you don't want it to blow off in the air fryer. I say we're trying to recreate a Fray Bentos pie, but hopefully with more filling in it. And then we'll just coat that with some milk or some egg wash.
Milk, because I'm not breaking an egg just for that.
Yeah, it's not worth breaking an egg just for that, baby, is it? So we'll just put a little milk wash on top of that, folks. Put plenty on because that'll go golden brown then with that and it won't dry out. You don't want that dried out look. There you go. And just put a little hole in the centre just so that it doesn't expand too much. And there you go. That's ready to go in the oven when that other one's cooked. I wonder what that's going to be like, baby.
I don't know, but while you're doing that, I'm going to use that other tin up I've got.
Oh, our little pie dishes. Yes, why not?
We'll use a couple of these.
Yeah, I do love a pie, baby, don't I? So we're just going to make up, we've got these little pie moulds here, and we're just going to make up another couple, just to so we ain't wasting this pastry here, folks. And that also that other meat we got in that tin as well. And so we'll just get a little bit of oil. We've got some olive oil there, folks, just to squirt on them. And just brush them around, just so they don't stick. Make sure they come out okay. And literally, just push them little liners in them pies. Look at that, look. So simple. So she's just going to use the mould again now, just to make the tops. We'll get another two out of that, two tops out of that, easy. And we'll just try and get the remainders of this. Oh, look at that. Is that one lot? Yeah, fill them up. We like a full pie, folks. Look at that. So we've got that pie there. So yet again, we're just going to open that second pie now, folks. That second tin. And we'll just get a nice big scoop of that in there. Look how simple it is to make your own pies. Pies are quite dear now, aren't they? Or I know you can get the cheap ones from the supermarkets, but nowhere near the filling we're putting in this, is there? So you've got your milk. You could do this with egg, folks. Literally go around the edge so that we're going to create the seal for the pie. Just do the same to the inside of the edge of the pie there, the pie lid. And literally just plop it on there, and you want to crimp them on well, folks. So give them a good crimp. And there you go, cut the little holes in the centre. Happy days, 2 homemade pies, folks. Right, well there we are, folks. She actually made another one, so we got 3 out of that. We still got half a tin of one of them tins left, haven't we?
Yeah.
Right, now we're going to turn it off, folks, because we've just checked it. It's done 17 minutes, isn't it?
Yeah.
So we're going to turn it off now because it's actually done. Right, so look at that, folks. So it's done it in a quicker time, and just to check the temperature, we're looking for 75 plus. There we go. And that is absolutely golden brown. So we're going to get this out now, and then we're going to be putting our one in and make that cook for the same time. There we go. So that one comes out. Right, so let's just put our other one in. And we'll put that on for 100, was it 106, 180?
Yeah.
And we'll do 17 minutes this time, baby, because that's what the other one cooked in. And then off we go again, folks. Right, folks, 3, 2, 1. Out she comes. Let's have a little look. And there she is. Oh, lovely old job. Bubbling away in there, folks. Let's just check the temperature. Looking for above 75. There we go, folks. So we're hot, we're cooked. So let's get it out of the air fryer now. Right, so there you go, folks. There's our Fray Bentos one. And there's our homemade one. And basically, Sharon, looking at the Fray Bentos one, on the tin it said 25 to 30 minutes on gas mark 220 in a preheated oven. So your oven would have had to have been on, your big oven over there would have probably had to have been on for 10 minutes beforehand. Yeah. So you're looking at 40 minutes cooked time in that at 220 degrees. In this air fryer, we dropped the temperature to 180 and it only took 17 minutes. Absolutely superb. Now, there's only one thing to do, is to see if the Fray Bentos is full of meat compared to the one we done. And don't forget, we also made 3 pies as well, which we got in the fridge now, didn't we?
Yeah.
Right, so let's have a little dish out of each of these, folks. So I'm going to take a little chunk out of the Fray Bentos first, which appears to be full of liquid. Doesn't it? Seems all liquid, doesn't it? That's it, just get that, put that on the plate. Now, there doesn't seem to be much. Get a bit more of that gravy out, shall? I think that comes out with it, doesn't it? So that's your little chunk portion out of the Fray Bentos. So dig it out, let's have a little look. Get a bit more of the gravy out. Right, okay folks, so this is the homemade one. This is the Fray Bentos one. There's a lot more liquid in the Fray Bentos one, but there's more chunks in this one. So, let's give it a taste test. Right, what one do you want to try first, baby?
This one.
Go on in, you go first. That pastry on that one looks a lot better to me. Well,
Yeah, that's nice, that one.
right, okay, let me have a little go. Oh yeah. Good chunks of meat in that as well, folks. Now the old Fray Bentos, which looks a little bit runny and flat, to be honest with you. So you get a bit of pastry, you get a bit of the meat. Not that there's a lot there. This one is supposed to be a steak and kidney one as well, folks. Be honest.
It's just pastry. I didn't even taste that piece of meat.
Yeah, let's have a little go. In fact, I can't find any meat, it's just basically gravy, folks. Yeah, there's a little bit of meat there, but nothing to write home about. The thing with the Fray Bentos, the pastry is thicker, and underneath you get that sogginess. It's a sogginess.
There's no flavour.
No, and again, yes, you're right. There's no actual flavour to the Fray Bentos meat and gravy. Let's just try that one again. You taste a bit out of there, and let me taste our homemade one again. This one looks far, far better, folks.
No, it's not very nice.
That is so full of flavour. And these things, I used to love these, but they've got the pastry off the pat, but the meat flavour in that, the chunks in that, and also the pastry on that, which is still lovely as well, far outweighs this Fray Bentos. So although it may be, I used to have these as a kid.
That was £2, so you might as well buy your pastry in that tin and get two pies.
Yeah. Well, not only 2 pies, yeah.
Well, no, we had 2 tins there.
We've made 3 other little pies there, folks. Look, there you go. With just that one roll of pastry, we made these 3 pies, which we're going to have tomorrow for lunch. So there you go. And I know you can get pies very, very cheap, but we've had the cheap pies before.
And there's nothing in them.
There's again no filling in them, and there's no flavour to them. We know these are going to be totally full with mince, steak, and also very, very flavoursome. There you go, folks. So yet again, this little Cosori 3.8 litre light air fryer is cooked far less time than our main oven over there, and also at a lower temperature as well. So if this is something which you're interested in, do check out our other videos. Hope you like them. We've got loads of air fryer videos, and we've also got other slow cooker stuff, baby.
Yeah.
And stuff that Sharon makes herself. Anyway, thanks very much. We'll see you in the next video, and until then,
Bye.
bye for now. Superb. Not too keen on that.
That's horrible.